Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another opening reaction video. Today we're going to be checking out the summer 2026 openings, of which I don't really know much of what's coming, so that's very exciting. I've heard in comment sections that this is a very exciting season of anime, so I'm very excited to see what is to come. I feel like, you know, of all the seasons of anime that I've checked out, this has maybe been like one of the most hotly anticipated opening videos that I've been getting done. So, you know, I don't know what's coming, but, you know, I'm sure it's going to be great, so I'm very excited for it. I hope that you guys are too. If you guys do enjoy this, please leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already. Leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite opening that was in this video, and of course hit the notification bells so that you can be notified when future uploads, like the ending video that will be coming within the next matter of weeks, I would hope, whenever that goes live, as well as some other reaction content like ReZero episode reactions, etc. And feel free to share this with someone who you think might enjoy. Let's just jump right into this, see what we get in the first opening for summer 2026. Let's go. Oh. A crocodile? Very sci-fi? Is this Ghost in the Shell? It is! Hell yeah, it's good to see it back in the channel. Oh, I really dig this. It's got such a, like, a really cool looking aesthetic. The characters really do have like an older look to them. It's hard to explain. There's so much happening, I can't process everything. But I really love this like smooth sounding voice. Is that the what is it called, like the camouflage suit? Always depends on you. Ghost Go! That was sick. So I'm really bad with voices, as you guys might know, from all the way back to my very first reaction video where I screamed out, "Is this Flow?" during TK opening. But the voice that kind of resonates in the background, like doing the backing vocals, I don't know, sounds like it's either, I can't differentiate between the two right now, either King Gnu or Man with a Mission. So that's what I'm going to guess. But yeah, this was sick. I really loved the song for this. There's something about it, like, I'm going to read the synopsis in just a second, but I don't know if this is going to make any sense, and this is going to sound really stupid. This guy right here, he reminds me a lot of this design with like the big lip that comes out. Reminds me a lot of the character from Urusei Yatsura or Ranma. Like this little gremlin looking guy. Like, I don't know, just, yeah, seeing character designs like this is just transporting me back to like older anime. And I'm saying that as someone who's just got into anime recently, so like, you know, what say do I have in this? But it's just remind me of like an older look, and I think that's really cool, especially considering the fact that this is Ghost in the Shell, which is not a new series at all. This is Ghost in the Shell, the Ghost in the Shell rather, produced by Science Saru, director Toma Kimura, character designs by Shuhei Handa, Little Witch Academia, Scott Pilgrim takes off. We have not checked out either of those series on the channel, but I believe they're both Studio Trigger, correct? At least Little Witch Academia, I think, is Studio Trigger anyway. I could be completely wrong there. And honestly, the Ghost in the Shell does feel like a perfect fit for Studio Trigger series, so maybe that's just what I'm thinking. Music by Taisei Iwasaki Bell. Really cool. Bell has a phenomenal soundtrack, even if it's not one of my favorite anime movies. I still did enjoy it, but the music is definitely what carries that movie for sure, and that's great to hear. I'm sure that the music is great in the series. And based on the original manga by Masamune Shiro, the song is Go Ghost by King Gnu. Of course, Ranking of Kings opening 1, JJK 0 ending, JJK's openings 3 and 4. I think of King Gnu's anime works that I have personally seen, I think I would say my favorite is, even though it's maybe recency bias, Aizo. And I haven't even seen season 3 of JJK yet. I might actually start watching it soon because I hear that the entire Blu-ray version is available, so I might actually watch it soon. But you know, this is going to be one that will compete with Aizo for sure. I did really like this song, and I'm going to be listening to this a lot. You don't think a plot synopsis is that necessary? Since you had one, since I got one for Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, and I have now seen the 1995 film. I have indeed. I haven't commented on that just yet, but I mentioned a couple streams ago, I think, that I did a anime thing where during the month of May I checked out a bunch of anime movies, and of course I couldn't check out anime movies without checking out something as iconic and important within the world of anime as Ghost in the Shell. And it was a series that I considered, you know, maybe eventually checking out the movie on the channel, considering I had such a great time checking out Standalone Complex openings, and I want to check out Standalone Complex at some point. But this was at the point in time where I wasn't even sure if I would be able to come back to reaction content because of technical problems. So I just watched it by myself, and I did really enjoy it. I did have to watch it in the English dub, which, you know, for me took me out of it a little bit. I'm not saying the dub was bad at all, but you know, I have been just purely watching a lot of sub content. Pretty much everything I've watched in the past like 2 years has been subs, so hearing like a dub was kind of jarring for me, honestly. But I did really enjoy it. I thought it was a great movie, and you know, it's great to see another Ghost in the Shell series. Major Kusanagi leads her team at Section 9 against a plethora of corruption, terrorism, and all kinds of cybercrime. I think that was one thing that the movie did really well, where it kind of like blended this idea of like cyber kind of like terrorism, etc., with psychological, like I don't know, like it was just really great psychological drama at the same time. At least the movie, it's really good. I don't know how to put that into better words. The major differentiator for this adaptation is that it contrasts the tone of Oshi's film, which effectively took over the style of every other Ghost in the Shell anime that came after. The new show seeks to capture the more wacky, colourful, but still balls to the wall cyberpunk tone of Shiro's original manga. That's really cool to hear, because I wasn't really that aware that the original manga was quite different in its approach and its seriousness, that it's not as serious as the movie was, because that's what I was just saying about the movie. I really enjoyed the psychological aspect of it, contrasted against the cyber technology, terrorism, all of that. Like, I thought it handled that really well. I thought it was really cool. I'm glad to hear that the original manga work is now being presented in a more faithful way, because now we've got the best of both worlds. We've got a world inspired by Ghost in the Shell that you can check out, the 1995 film, Standalone Complex, etc. I know there was a sequel to the 95 film as well, something about innocence, I can't remember the full title. And now we've got this, which looks great, sounds great, has a really cool look, really colorful, bright, bubbly. I'm sure that the coloring and the aesthetic and style does a great job of playing into the more colorful and wacky side of things, because it doesn't look as serious. You know, the characters aren't as realistic looking as some of the other production looks for Ghost in the Shell. I think that's really cool. Some fans weren't happy with this new tone. Yeah, that's always going to be a thing. You know, for some people who got into a series through a different work, you know, a different presentation of the same work, you know, it's not going to hit maybe for some people. But I'm glad that fans of the original manga, who maybe weren't fans of the 95 film and Standalone Complex, etc., now they've got something that they can look towards, and I hope that they're enjoying this series, because this is a series for them more than anyone, right? I mean, it's a series for anyone, but like, this is like a faithful adaptation. I think it's really cool. Science Saru absolutely killed it with the look of this. It does look really cool. I love the look of the Major. The look of the Major compared to like these other character designs is so cool. Like, she does look really, really different compared to, the other design from the 95 film, but she also just looks so goofy. I do think it's really cool. A severe minority are upset. This is prime Unk Slum that many others are laughing up. That's really, really funny. What's his name? Was it like Baro or Bato? Something like that? I think he does look very different as well, because he was quite serious in the original. Bato, yeah, he was quite serious in the original, the film. So seeing like this other side of the characters, I think is really cool. Also seeing the way that they all still look like they have this camaraderie, I think is really cool, because that's one thing that I was a little disappointed in the 95 film. And, obviously that's because they've got feature length and they don't have all this time to pad it out. And that's why I want to check out Standalone Complex, because I'm sure we'll go more in depth with that stuff. But within the film, you don't get to spend much time with some of the other characters. Like, I know there was a guy who had recently joined the team. I think it's the guy with like the kind of mullet. We didn't get to spend much time with him, and he seemed like he would be a really, really interesting character. So seeing that this kind of looks like it's spending time with those characters as well, and we're getting to see their dynamics, I'm really happy with how this looks. And yeah, it's making me want to get into Standalone Complex even more. I know that sounds really ironic considering we're talking about this, but I want to get into Standalone Complex so that I can get into this. Like, I want to check out the series of releases, like in order of when they release. Togusa, he does get a lot of screen time in the rest of the Ghost in the Shell anime. I'm really glad about that, because yeah, that was like just some of the other characters did sadly get sidelined in that 95 movie, which is all that I have seen for Ghost in the Shell. So I'd be really excited to actually see more of them. But yeah, really, really great opening. King Gnu did an absolutely phenomenal job with the song again. I really loved the sound of it. It really did fit the vibe of what the opening was going for, and it also didn't sound as dreary and like unsettling as maybe the Standalone Complex openings were, which I think is maybe intentional, because the Standalone Complex series is more serious, so those kind of styles of openings do fit more, whereas this does sound more playful and energetic, which maybe suits a series like this a lot more. So yeah, it's really great to see the Ghost in the Shell back, and I hope that people are enjoying it, and I hope that we get another season of this in the future and we get to check out more. And of course, King Gnu, always a pleasure to hear more from them. So yeah, let's check out what we get in opening number 2. Here we go. Bonfire, Black Cat, Black Torch. I forgot this was getting an anime. Okay. Is he a cat boy? Holy shit, okay. This is sick. Clap, clap. Oh, the breakdown. Did he just pull his weapon from his chest? This is sick. Holy shit, they're going insanely hard on this. Oh my. Damn, this is gonna be a really, really tough one to beat today. This is insanely good. Like, I don't know. Like, this was a cancelled manga series. They went this hard on a cancelled manga series? Like, holy shit. Yeah, I guess it makes some sense too, because I've seen that they're promoting this series quite heavily within like North America anyway. It's one of the only series I'm aware of that is getting a feature showcase, I guess, at like New York Anime Con or whatever they call it. So I think that's crazy. Like, a series that was cancelled looks this good, they went this hard on it, and yeah, I don't know. Is it decent? I haven't read it, but I know it's only like 18 chapters long because it was cancelled. Like, it's mind-boggling. Like, another series I really loved that was cancelled recently was Alien Headbutt, and honestly, if they're going to adapt Alien Headbutt next, go for it. I would love to see that. That was such a fun read until it got cancelled. This is Black Torch, produced by 100 Studio. Is that like a new studio? I had not heard of them before, but that's, you know, love to see new studios like come out with a bang, or at least new for me anyway, come out with a bang and make such an impression. Directed by Kei Umabiki, a lot of episode director credits across Gintama, really. Is this more of a comic, like comedic series than the opening would lead you to believe? Or are they kind of attached to some of the battle episodes of Gintama? Or are they just a great like director that they can kind of span across multiple genres and do a great job? Character designs by Go Suzuki, a good chunk of Sword Art Online, another series I haven't checked out anything of yet, and music by Yutaka Yamada. Vinland Saga and Tokyo Ghoul, two huge series. Vinland Saga, very, very, very near and dear to me. I do love Vinland Saga, and based on the axed 10 whole years ago Jump manga by Tsuyoshi Takaki. The song is Freeze Me Up by Sim. That explains so much why I love this so much. Sim the Rumbling, incredible opening. I remember doing one of those things with my wife a while ago where like she was choosing her favorite anime opening based on like, you know, pitting two anime openings against one another. She is a fan of Attack on Titan, followed the series up until season 3, never watched the final season at all. Actually, I think she watched up until like episode 6-7, funny enough, and then she just didn't want to watch it anymore. If you know the episode, you know why. She didn't want to watch it beyond that because it upset her, but she watched this opening and ended up like, it was between this and Mukanjo. Speaking of Vinland Saga, it was between this and Mukanjo for which one won, and I can't remember which one she gave the win to, but I just think that's really, really funny. Sim, incredible. I love a good Sim opening. Still debating starting the series. What if you love it and then there's nowhere to go? Yeah, but honestly, the anime might have a better like ending where it's not like just having to suddenly wrap it up. So I hope that the anime at least can like tie things up in a way that feels more natural for the original creator. I kind of like what happened with Shaman King. Didn't it kind of have something similar? Maybe I'm way off the mark here. Jiro lives with his grandfather, doing normal things like training to uphold his ancient shinobi clan techniques. Really, I would not have got that vibe at all. And having the ability to talk to stray animals. Well, anyone can talk to stray animals, but I guess not everyone can have them talk back to you. One day he encounters a seemingly harmless black cat that turns out to be a mononoke, on the run from a considerably more hostile mononoke. Really, that's okay, so that's cool. So the cat is on the run from another like creature, mononoke. Jiro tries to defend the cat, Raigo, but suffers a mortal wound. Raigo revives the boy for his bravery, so this is Chainsaw Man before Chainsaw Man, allowing Jiro to survive in the battle shonen he inevitably gets sucked into. That's a cool concept. I'm sure it makes for a really good read because it sounds like it's incorporating like these ninja techniques with more like spiritual, supernatural kind of abilities. So I'm sure that our main character Jiro kind of brings a fresh fight style to a series like this, where they seem to be pulling like weapons from their like bodies and shit. Like they look shadow-like, and you know, considering Black Torch, you know, I wonder if the black is in relation to like shadow techniques, stuff like that. Just really, really cool. It'd be great if they get the mangaka on production. I know that the creator, like the mangaka, the creator of the series, is promoted to be at New York Anime Con, so I'm sure that they are deeply tied to this series, which I think is really cool. Shaman King Remake was rushed to promote the sequel, Shaman King's Flowers. Okay. You'll say your piece on the series with the fact that you're watching 20 plus anime this season, and this one you dropped. Really? That's really sad, because this is sick. This does look really, really cool. This is eye-catching. This is like, it looks like a really fun cast of characters, and I don't know, it just looks really, really damn good. The lighting, lighting, the shading, just everything about this is so cool. Seeing Jiro with this cat, I think it's, you know, cool. Like we got a cat boy in the series. Who doesn't love cats? You know, that's a whole mascot for my YouTube channel is a cat. Actually, I did get a good picture of him earlier today. There we go. He's just chilling. Rip your allergies. Oh no, that's terrible. I would actually be so upset. I'm so sorry, Starry. Sorry, Starry. That sounds crazy. Within 3 episodes, you got why it got cancelled. Oh no, does it feel generic? Does it feel like it's kind of predictable? This does look really cool. It feels really fun. The character looks cool. The main character anyway. It does look like a fun cast of characters, like I said already. And the fighting styles, groups of characters and everything, it does look really, really cool. And also I think it sets a really good precedent for series that have been cancelled in that it's not necessarily the end for those series. They can maybe hopefully get wrapped up in a way that the original creator wanted. The animation does look pretty good. It really does look cool. I do really, really love the character designs, like the line work and everything, the shading. It just really, really sticks with you. It actually is really sick. I don't know. Maybe with it being from a studio that I had never heard of before, maybe like I don't know if they're bringing like a lot to the animation department within the series, or if they kind of went all out with the opening. But having Sim attached to your opening and having these characters fighting in such a fluid and cool looking way, I think that's really cool. MC gives Blue Exorcist MC vibes. Yeah, it's another series. I don't know anything about Blue Exorcist. I do really like the look of it. The way it's using color to its advantage as well. It's using lighting in a really unique way to kind of highlight these action scenes. Like something like this reminds me a lot of, here we go, JJK mention of the day. It's reminded me a lot of the Chozo Yuji fight in season 2, where it's a really like dynamic fight where the lighting is very, very intense and it makes everything feel cinematic with the neon lighting and everything. I think that this opening makes this series look to do something similar, so I really do love that. I think it's really cool. I hope people are enjoying this because it's really, really cool to see a series that was cancelled get a new lease of life and get a new chance, get another chance. And I hope that this is giving the manga creator, what was their name, let me see, Tsuyoshi Takaki, I hope this giving them another chance to get a new series out there if they haven't really had anything else since Blue Torch, Black Torch. I hope that they get to do another series. But yeah, I don't really know if I have much more to say about this. This is an incredible song, incredible looking visuals, great opening all around, and that's 2 openings in a row. I can say for a fact I will be listening to these songs on repeat immediately after the stream. But yeah, let's see what we get in opening number 3. Here we go. Okay. This is a really cool look, but the sound, I can't get a vibe on it yet. False Memory. I love this so much, actually. This looks so cool. It feels very nostalgic. These character designs. I don't know if it makes sense, but the character design we saw a little bit ago looked almost Alien Stage-esque. Man, this looks sick. Look at this drawing style. Holy shit. But it also sounds very melancholic almost, like when it does this, like I don't know, like it just... That's what I was talking about earlier. I can't get a feel of the vibes. But that was really, really good. I really like this one a lot. For a series, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what this is about. We saw someone with a halo. It feels very nostalgic. And so if I was to guess what the series is about, considering we saw what might be our main character with a halo, actually, now they've got crosshairs above their head. They have all different symbols. That's like a refresh symbol or like reduce, reuse, recycle. Like, I don't know. Anyway, with our main character, potentially having a halo above their head. I would guess they maybe died, and with the series being called, what was it, false memory, it's like they're going through memories or something, reliving their life, and with it being called false memory, maybe something's been affected, I don't know. And this nostalgic feeling sound of the opening song kind of plays into the fact that they're going through their memories. That's just a bullshit theory. Let's see what this is actually about, though. This is False Memory, a donghua produced by Flint, Sugar, and Studio Tumble. That's crazy. I feel like have we checked out many like that before? Like, is this our first on the channel? That'd be really cool if it is. Created, directed, and scripted by Shuushou Lee, who also likely could be credited for character designs as well. English translated credits are scarce online at the minute, really. That's really sad. This project was born out of an indie short film released in 2021 that has now been expanded into a 7-episode miniseries. The song is, I'm probably going to pronounce this like really terribly and I apologize, Wangjile Ye Meiguanxi. It's okay if you forget. that's an ironic title considering, like, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce this, by DOUDOU. That's really cool. It's okay if you forget, with maybe the idea of memories. I think that's really cool. The idea of it being born out of an indie series that was blown up into a bigger series. It's reminding me of that other anime from a while ago. It was like something Arms. What was that called? Like Arms something Arms? Yeah, it's very lo-fi. You're right. That's actually a great way to describe it. Sorry. You have not watched the latest episode, but episodes 1 to 4 hadn't seen production. That's sick. To Be Hero X. You're right. Yes, To Be Hero X. Another series that looked incredible and I heard great things about. One dreary day, while rummaging through trash, Guanchao finds a gun that can seemingly let him escape to the past. Okay. All it needs is a certain fuel, one he suspects a local recluse might know of. His attempt to reach out is thwarted by a shadow organization also hunting for the fuel. After a sudden bout of delirium, Guanchao wakes up with a halo over his head as a member of the Memory Bureau. His new superiors explain that he must complete his jobs with them before he can return to reality. That actually is a really, really cool concept. I mean, the idea of like a gun that can let you escape to the past is really bizarre because, like, how do you use it? Like, is it kind of like Persona 3 style? Is it firing the gun opens up like a rift or something? Mecha Ude, yes, you're right, that was the name of it. Thank you for reminding me. That's really cool, like hearing about these series that start off as a small indie thing that get blown up into something bigger, and I hope that we see more of that continue into the future because I'm sure that there are a plethora of great indie series out there, and like also like web series and stuff. Like I believe Alien Stage, which I did mention not long ago, I believe it was also recently announced to be getting a full on anime series, so that's going to be really cool to check out. Back to False Memory, the idea of being able to escape to the past, that explains the title False Memory, because if you're able to go to the past and potentially affect the past, then what you remember from the past is not really the past. It is a false memory of that past because it has since been changed, it's since been affected. And you know, there's been other incredible anime series that deal with time travel out there. A couple that I have seen, both White Fox series, Steins Gate, phenomenal, incredible series, and also ReZero, which deals with time travel in a very unique way. So I'm not sure if this is kind of heavily focused on time travel, if that's like actually super present within this, or if it's more to do with the idea of this this tool that can time travel, but you know, they're all fighting over it. And you know, the series is more so about like the jobs that he goes on and stuff, or maybe these jobs are to do with the past and he uses this tool, this weapon, to go to the past. Like, yeah, a lot of questions that I have that I don't have the answers for, which I think is really cool because it keeps this mystery and intrigue for me, and it gives me this, like, seeing the way this looked, hearing you guys talk about this very positively. This is probably also the series, PINECINO, is this the one that you've been posting here and there? I haven't actually watched the clips, but like, I know you keep like posting a series that's airing right now with like clips or something, if this is the series. So I know that you're very very big on this right now. I know that you're really enjoying this, so that's also like a great thing. And you know, I'm sure that this is an incredible series, and I'm sure this is ranking highly on a lot of people's favorites for this season of anime. I'm kind of at the point right now where like I have so much on my watch list that anything that's currently airing and anything that is very new, it's sadly getting pushed so far down on my watch list because I'm working through a sequence. It's very underwatched at the minute. That's sad. All right, maybe actually we'll do a 7-episode reaction series on the channel for it then. That might be fun. Just one video, 7 episodes, sitting down and watching it all in one sitting. I hope that people like this because for me this is a super memorable opening. Like, this is what I was talking about. This character in the bottom left here is reminding me of like an Alien Stage character design, if that makes sense. That's really cool because I can't remember where Vivinos is from, but I know that Vivinos is from, like, they're from another Asian country, right? I don't think they're from China. Korea. Okay, South Korea, yeah. So it's really cool seeing like all these different styles that maybe encapsulate like, I'm not trying to come out here and say like, you know, each country has their own style of animation, but like different countries like bringing fresh looks that aren't necessarily like what you come to expect. Like I don't know, this series has a pretty big Fuliculi influence over it too, really. Fuliculi, a really fun short series. Definitely a very unique series in itself. Has one of my favorite endings of all time as well. I love the kind of like the opening, you know, I can't talk about the series, but the opening has a really great like filter over it that gives it kind of this nostalgic feel, as well as the song also having a nostalgic feel, kind of sounding retro, like something, you know, almost video gamey or something. A lot of the symbolism, like these images that we see here, like discs, floppy discs, old ass calculators as well, like old ass alarm clocks. Like, yeah, dealing with memories, dealing with going to the past. This series is going to be very heavily influenced by the past, and an opening like this really did an incredible job at encapsulating the vibes, the feels, and what it wants you to feel while you're checking this out. And yeah, I did really love this. I love the character designs as well. Something I talk about a lot, and I always think I sound crazy when I talk about this because it's such a niche, dumb thing, but I love when anime series, like, you can see their full fingernails. And key example, you can see right here, like, you can see full fingernails. It's not like just a line, right? And just seeing something like this in just an opening, I really appreciate, because it's just such a small thing that I always notice and I always think is really cool, because it's, in my mind, like a sign that the animators and the people that created the series really went above and beyond for attention to even the smallest detail. It's just something that I notice a lot, which is so dumb. Or they had the time to do it. That's true. Like, I'm not, yeah, like, it's not like when they don't do it, it's like they just didn't want to. Like, they're on a time crunch. But seeing like a lot of the shots of this as well, like this coloring pencil look and everything, just so cool. It's such a great looking opening. And yeah, I hope that more people talk about this. I hope that this ranks highly on a lot of people's favorites of this season, because this does look like a really great one. And the character designs, the shading, the coloring, everything is just so damn good. And this does look incredible. For what you've seen on Twitter, the animators are having a blast. I love that. It's always great when like the animators are having a good time, and you can always tell when the animators are having a good time with a series. On to number 4, which is something completely different. I don't know what's coming in number 4 here, but something completely different. We'll see what that means. This was a great one. This is probably, for today, the most intrigued I've been for an anime yet. And hearing that it's only 7 episodes long, it makes it easier for me to want to check out, because it's more easily digestible. It's not like this huge series that I need to commit to. So yeah, let's see what we get in anime opening number 4 for the day. Let's go. Chainsmoker cat. That's funny. Laugh at me and I'll kill you. Damn, don't. You're gonna get my ass. Not in school too, covered in blood? What is happening here? Stuck in a rut. Zero one. Train spotting? Is this a movie reference one? Okay, I'm gonna have to like pay more attention. What movie was that? The one Paul Thomas Anderson? This is such a silly opening. I really love this. Fallen Angels! Gambare! Who is this guy and why is he so sweaty? This was a really fun one, but this was insane. I remember PINECINO last season saying that he was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to actually include the movie reference opening next season. So yeah, this I'm guessing is that. Isn't this also train spotting, like the fall at the beginning? Are there two train spotting references, or is this like a different reference and I'm missing it? The very beginning shot right here. Absolutely insane. This is Chainsmoker Cat, produced by Baibury Animation Studios, Witch Watch, directed by Taku Kimura, scripted by Takashi Aoshima, longtime writer of wacky anime comedy. Recently, My Dear Friend Nokotan. That makes so much sense because this is the anime that it reminded me most of because of like the animal character designs, with it being insanely wacky. Character designs by Riki Matsura, an animation director of both Chainsaw Man and Reze. That's insane. And based on the manga Nyan Nyan Factory, this song is Nanmonee, Nothing at All by Wasureranneyo. Let me try that again. Wasureranneyo. The opening is also film reference. The opening. This anime implies that your cat could be a smoker anime cat girl. He's a good boy. He would never, right? We don't know what he does when we're not home, but he just sleeps all day, right? There were some really cool shots in this. Like, let me just pull up the Fallen Angels one again. I watched Fallen Angels not long ago, and PINECINO showed me a really cursed image of, I think it was Shrek and Frieren in this position. This is a harrowing tale following the tragic life of one Yanni Neko. The title everyone just calls Het That. What? A severely addicted smoking cat girl. That's terrible. Every attempt to quit just pulls her back in, and she will go to the ends of the earth for even the most mangled cigarette. That's insane. What a tragic tale, tragic life. Her predicament isn't helped by her friends and roommates also being slobs with their own vices. Can she kick the habit and get her life back on track? Probably not, but hijinks surely do ensue. That's insane. You heard Japanese skip watching this, you believe, because it's so realistic. Oh no. Oh, calls her that. So people just call her Chainsmoker Cat. That's really funny. I don't even know half the references in this, but we're gonna have a good time going through this. I fear I'm not as cultured as I should be. Nair Cup? Why she got Nair? Oh no. The different art styles as well for the opening, like the logo is really cool. It's over, as she's just rolling up a ciggy. Yeah, what a life. I'm sure she's happy though. It's the best anti-smoker propaganda. That's funny. There's a video with all of them. Damn. Train spotting gets used a lot. Okay, so I was right in that there's like at least two. More than realistic, you'd say it's straight up disgusting. Jeez. Wake up call disguised with anime cat girl. Really? Because this looks like a comedy straight up. Like it's just using that as a funny comical means to drive like a nonsensical Seinfeld-esque plot along, in the sense that there is no plot. It's just like people doing nothing. Let me see the Chainsmoker. Oh, that's Breaking Bad. That's so funny. Train spotting. Train Spotting, of course. Blade Runner, Train Spotting again. Sorry, these are going too fast. I'm not able to. Breaking Bad, that's really, really funny. Leon the Professional, haven't seen that in a hot minute. I don't know a lot of these. Ready or Not, haven't seen it. Chinatown, haven't. Sorry, I'm just going through this. I'm just really curious at this point. I did see like a Footloose, and what was the one where the song like She's a Maniac is from? I did see like those shown later as well. Stand By Me. All right, we're not going to go through this whole thing. Train Spotting again, of course. Love Train Spotting. It's a great movie. We're just going to click through it at this point. Conclave. Haven't seen it either. This is Project A? Really? I thought that this was the Paul Thomas Anderson movie. What was it, like the one with Tom Cruise? It's like a 3-hour long movie. Magnolia? Is it Magnolia? Because there's like a scene similar-ish within it, I think, but I guess not. The Usual Suspects, of course. Resident Evil Extinction. People watch that? King of Comedy. Still haven't seen it. Pulp Fiction, Midsummer. See, I didn't like. I saw this and I thought Midsummer, but then I was like, nah. Figured it wasn't because it looked more like primitive. Sorry, I'm just going through this still. Fallen Angel, of course. Breakfast Club, duh. Fight Club. Most Likely Hentai. That's crazy. Anyway, really, really cool opening. Sorry for just going through that. I was just really curious. It's a pitch black comedy. Like, actually pitch black. That's crazy. Because the vibe of this does not get that across at all. Like, if I was loading this up, I would be expecting something just silly, wacky, and dumb. Not like something that's going to make me depressed and just like, well, I don't smoke, so it's not going to affect me, but like something that would just make me reconsider like a lot of my decisions and stuff. But maybe some of the other vices that the characters have, I could relate to in a way, like, I don't know. But yeah, insane. You think it's supposed to be, haha, this is funny, and evokes a feeling of, I need to get my life together. Yeah, hearing what I'm hearing, it probably is, but I guess some of the movie clips that it does show within this, not all, but some of them do kind of like have that feeling of like they are comedic in a sense, but like they do have some real heavy shit in there, like Train Spotting being a big one. It's a bit of a comedy, but it's also insanely dark and really heavy, and really just cracks down on the drug scene, right? And it's a great movie at the same time. During the short year of working in Japan, people there smoke a lot. Your superiors literally skip lunch to smoke a whole packet. Really? That's crazy. From what you hear about, like, you know, Japanese salarymen and stuff, their literally work is their whole life. So yeah, like, I guess, you know, it's kind of like ballet, where like ballerinas and stuff, like, they smoke a lot to kind of quell their hunger and stuff. Like, yeah, it's sad and it's depressing, but like, sadly, that is the way a lot of people do live their lives, and it's not like they really have much of a choice in it. It's both at the same time. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, no, this was a great opening. It's kind of like, it is movie slop, it's reference slop for sure, but it's really, really fun at the same time. The character designs look really fun. I do like the way they all look so different from one another, but at the same time, like, this guy up front, he just looks like a thumb. So I think that's really funny. The characters look like they have great relationships with one another. I can see a girl in the far left is a bit of an alcoholic, probably your typical Botan Kamina. But the one on the, wait, that's not, the one on the far right is taking a drag of our cat girl's cigarettes. So maybe she's just all of their vices rolled into one. One of the worst addicted is the one on the right. oh, you mean like in the previous shot? Okay, I see. The one that looks the most normal, actually, the one in the far right. That's crazy. She's addicted to getting a bit off, and unfortunately fails every time. It looks really funny. Like, it looks like a great comedy series, but honestly, like, the fact that it is also like a cautionary like kind of series, and it kind of handles really dark subjects, makes it more appealing to me for sure. Like, if this was just your other typical like Noko Tan Tan or whatever series, like, I don't know, I would kind of just write it off as like, oh, well, there's your comedy series for the season. But hearing that it actually deals with like dark shit, it makes it more appealing to me, because like, it gives it something unique. It gives it something that makes it stand out and doesn't make it feel like it's just another one. Like, it makes it feel like its own series. Like it gives it an identity, and that I really appreciate, and that I think is really cool. If all the tweakers were anime cat girls, that's crazy. It's like loading into Limsa Laminza. This was a really, really cool opening. I did really love this a lot because, you know, I was able to recognize some of the references. A lot of them I didn't get, which, you know, I'm a bit upset about because I have been on a bit of a movie binge this past year. I've been watching a lot of movies. So I thought that by the time we got to this one, I would recognize a lot more. But sadly, we only got like 3 or 4 in there. But the fact that I did recognize some of them, I think it makes it all the cooler. I think makes it really, really fun. And it reminds me a bit of the Chainsaw Man opening. Of course, which was chock full of opening references as well to movies, but within Chainsaw Man, or not within Chainsaw Man, but, you know, with Tatsuki Fujimoto being who he is, and just like this absurd like movie buff, it makes sense within a series like Chainsaw Man, which is inspired by a lot of, you know, movies and stuff. But like a series like this, you know, I don't know if there's necessarily a place for something like this. Like, well, not a place for it. They can do whatever they want and it's a lot of fun, but like it just feels not as fitting based on the description of the series itself. But then again, like, what do I know? Maybe the references, like a lot of the references are, you know, showing a lot of smoking and stuff, like drinking, all of that. So, you know, that's fun. It was more of attention grabbing. Yeah, probably. And Aizo did, of course, do the painting references. You're right. I love this one a lot. This is going to be one that I think about a lot because it's just so fun. But we are going to move on and check out what we get in number 5, which is also something completely different from this. So we're going to see what we get. It's probably going to be the really slow opening for the day. So we're going to check that one out. Here we go. The prettiest I've ever been. You and I are polar opposites? Is it? So deeply in love. It is! Hell yeah. Man, the opening and ending for season 1 were so good. Oh, I'm glad it's back, but it's back very soon. That cake looks delicious. She's so cute. This kitty is adorable too. The cat looks like the main character this season. I want you to pet me a little bit more. Okay, this song is about the cat. A cat teaser. Oh, it's so cute. This is so fun. Love's worth making a fool of yourself for, ain't that the truth? All the boys and all the girls, that's so fun. I just want to talk to you. That was so cute. That kitty is adorable. These characters are adorable. This just looks like such a cute series, like just all around. This is so cute and adorable. I love it so much. Goated romance. Yeah, I keep hearing great things about You and I Are Polar Opposites. It's a series that my wife's always, I've said this all the time, my wife's always looking for. Whenever she feels like reading manga, she always only ever wants to read romance. And the next time she gets into a mood to read manga, I'm going to be like, hey, You and I Are Polar Opposites. You should read that one. Lots of cat themed openings this sort. Just truly a season B for me. Hell yeah. That's really funny though. Yeah, we had Black Torch. We have Chainsmoker Cat. We have this one, of course, as well. A lot of fun all around. This is the opening for You and I Are Polar Opposites Season 2. The song is Neko Jarashi Cat Teaser by 7CO. 7 7... Is that like a... like centimeters, but like like what is the Agasawa Sensei on a generational run, getting both of her works animated within the same year. Really, that's really cool. The fact that this season 2 came so soon after season 1 is mind-blowing to me. Like, it feels like I just checked out season 1's anime opening and ending, and here we are with season 2 already. That's crazy. This is the second part of the full show. The second part, with the first airing in winter. The manga was only 8 volumes, so this will adapt the full thing. No, it's a short. I mean, that's great. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it's always a pleasure whenever the creator of a series gets to write and create and adapt and finish a series in their own way, in a way that they want. And you can feel that, like, opposed to something like Black Torch, which was cancelled after like not even 20 chapters or something like that. This is a series that they wrapped up in a way that they wanted, I would hope. And, you know, hearing all the great things about it just gives me hope that it has a great ending as well, because that's always the thing that, you know, sometimes sours a series for people if it doesn't stick the landing, if it doesn't stick the ending. So I'm hopeful that the ending turns out good as well. You think its conciseness is one of its key strengths? Yeah, that's great. It doesn't go out of its way to blow up into anything that it isn't. Like, it focuses on an idea and it just goes the full way. The fact that they get together, by the sounds of things, like really early in the series, it lets those 8 volumes worth of content just be about them and what that means, which, you know, is maybe, you know, to compare to another series like Blue Box. That's a series that ran for like more than 200 chapters. I don't know how many volumes that would relate to. It is much longer and it probably covers a lot more kind of content. So yeah, I'm sure that this is a breath of fresh air in its conciseness, like PINECINO said. And, you know, I think it's really cool. The artist's heaven CEO is wordplay of her name, Nanako Ashida. Nanako. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I wouldn't have got that because I don't know. I don't know the like any Japanese numbers besides like each Nissan. That's it. But that's really cool. Yeah, like there's just so many cool looking shots here. It's such a fun opening. It's such a playful opening. This little cake looks absolutely delicious. I don't know, man. This is just such a fun opening. Like seeing the characters all over again, following this little kitty who is like part of their lives, that is like an observer in their relationship and also like a big part of it. I think it's really, really fun. You read the manga a couple years ago and it does a pretty good ending. I'm glad. That's great. Hopefully the anime can expand on a certain side couple, then it'll be 10 out of 10 for you. Interesting. Yeah, well, there's always hope. I don't know how many episodes they have to do it, but you know, maybe. The look of this, the way it changes its style so much, costumes and everything, it really does look really, really fun. And it once again encapsulates the feeling of joy. Like it really just makes me happy seeing an opening like this. And they do look so cute and adorable together. They look so perfect for each other. Hopefully within the series as well, like considering it's only 8 volumes, there's none of this silly like side rival romances or anything. I'm sure it doesn't, because it doesn't sound like it's that kind of series, but you know, it sounds like it does all the best parts without any of the tropes that just prolong a series. You know, I do really, really love this a lot. And you know, I don't know if it's the kind of series that focuses heavily on the side characters as much as the main characters, because we do see a lot of the side characters as well. We see characters here that I don't remember seeing at all in the first opening, but maybe I'm just misremembering and I don't remember. It does great. Also, who's this guy right here? This guy looks like that one VA for Nanmonee. He's a teacher. Okay, because I was going to say he looks way too old. And he looks like I don't remember the VA name, but you know, Nanmonee. Suda. Yeah, that's just who this looks like to me. He looks like he's also very sleepy, very Eraserhead-esque. Something else I love about the opening and everything, the openings that I saw for the series, it looks like this cast of friends, like this cast of characters, have such a deep and great friendship, and they just do so much together, and they look like they have so much fun, and it just like... It, like I said already, it fills me with so much joy. It just makes me so happy. Part 2 is definitely heavier on the side characters. That's really cool, which reminds me of that one anime series. What was the romance series that season 2 didn't focus on the side characters or something. What was it? I can't remember. But anyway, that's not important. What is important is that this was a phenomenal opening. This like just makes me so happy for a series like this, and I cannot wait to, you know, expand on my anime viewing. Like I mentioned on stream earlier, but I haven't actually said it within this video, but you know, I am currently watching Aim for the Ace, which is my first, what is it, PINECINO? My first what? I almost say shoujo, but I don't know if it's shoujo. I don't know. Is it shoujo? Am I saying a bad word? PINECINO feels like you're Jarvis. PINECINO's my librarian. Shonen Bro is so terrified of shoujo, he can't even say the word. But that's the thing, I don't know if it... Oh, excuse me. I don't know if it is shoujo because I don't know the classifications. I don't know what these words mean. The only two I know for sure are shonen and seinen because I've seen some. Aim for the Ace, my first shoujo. I'm eventually going to branch into romance, and I don't know what's on the list. I do have a list of anime that I'm working through. Started back in the 70s and working my way through, so I don't know what actually will be the first romance series on that list. It might be something from like the 80s or something, maybe something from the 70s. So whatever it is, that'll be my first romance, and you know, maybe eventually I will also check out You and I Are Polar Opposites, because this is a series that really does just resonate with my soul in just making me so happy, and just like, yeah, it's so good. We're gonna move on to number 6. Before I get hungry, I'm sorry for pausing it on this image of this cake. This cake looks like the most delicious thing I've ever seen in my life, actually, and it's making me very upset that I don't have it in front of me. So yeah, let's see what we get in number 6. Here we go. Oh, phone screen aspect ratio? Okay. Ready, set, and find out. Yume Mita. Bang Dream Yume Mita. Is this related to Ave Musica? Looks very different though. Aesthetically, this looks great. Wow, they're performing on the galaxy? Very different sound and feel. The 3D models look incredible as always. Why they got white eyes? It's really cute that they've all once again got like cat ears and stuff. I love the idea of like doing a live performance with a speakerphone or megaphone. Ready, set, and find out. Damn, it's over already. That was a really fun one. That had so much energy in it. It's Bang Dream Ave Musica, right? I'm not making that up. Bang Dream Yume Mita. So I remember, PINECINO, you went on a big like Bang Dream binge like a year or two ago, and that's why we checked out Ave Musica, which was incredible because it was like so theatrical and dark. But this one feels so very different. Feels like it's more like not as much on the rock side and more on the kind of techno kind of side. I don't know. Anyway, we're fulfilling the girl band quota. Absolutely. We need girl band every list or it's not a good list. Like, let's be real. This is Bang Dream Yume Mita, produced by Nichi Kaline, a branch of Sanzigen, who made the previous Bang Dream series. Directed by Tomomi Umezu, several VTuber music videos, that's really cool, which is quite fitting to the series, yeah. Scripted by Midori Goto, assistants on Ave Musica. Character designs by Mochi Puyo and Osamu Nobusawa, both also Ave Musica, and music by Fizz. The song is Our Survival by Mugendai. Mewtype! our heroes, of course, also known as Yume and Mita. This is like all cat girls, like this entire list. Like this is so cool. I'm just now thinking, did the spring list have any girl band series in those lists at all? I know that I mistook Botan Kamina as a girl band series, which, you know, in my mind fulfills the quota, but yeah, that's crazy. If anything, Ave Mushka is the standout. Yeah, it did look like a very unique series. A group of aspiring musicians are hastily thrown together to debut as the virtual band Mugendai Mewtype. All individually talented, but no proper experience performing as one. Things are fun enough at first, and the girls get better as their bonds deepen, but past and present troubles soon rear their ugly heads and threaten the short but dazzling life of the band. Can they persevere through the power of music? That's the thing. If you told me this was the description for Ave Mushka, considering how theatrical it looked, I would believe you. But for a series like this that just looks more about like girls being happy to go out there and have fun on the stage and perform, it is a bit more surprising because there's no sign whatsoever of any kind of tension, drama, or anything that can get in the way. Like, this just looks like a feel-good series, if I'm being perfectly honest. But it, you know, at the same time, it's good to have like this overarching story where, you know, by the end of the series, maybe we see our heroes, we get to see them overcome this hurdle together. Considering the fact that they were hastily thrown together, any tension and drama that they go together as a band will only deepen their relationships and their closeness with one another profoundly. Like I would think so anyway. So I think that while yes, it's surprising, I think also it's not surprising because yeah, they have to come together somehow and they have to overcome something. I think that this is a great way to do it. It's reminding me somewhat of girl band Cry. Wasn't it kind of like they kind of like came together real hastily, or am I misremembering that? The drama on Yume Mita is juicy. You want Blue Lock for every genre. Have you ever performed a song with your life on the line? That's really, really funny. I actually recently watched Blue Lock. That series is so dramatic to the point that it is so incredibly fun. They also fend off Satan reincarnated as a high school girl. Satan themselves. So let me get this straight. Is this kind of like Guitar Hero 3? Satan just takes the form of, like, takes a form and they have to defeat it through the power of music? Like, is it kind of like that? Because that would be really funny. Not literally Satan, she's just very evil. Okay, I see. I thought you meant literal Satan, and I was like, that is a really, really insane way to go, like, direction. And that girl is a front runner for villain of the year. That's really, really, really funny. I'm sure that this is really hitting all the marks then for anyone that loves Bang Dream, Ave Mushka, all of that. Yeah, I really like the visuals for this, because having them in these huge appearances on the sides of buildings really gives you a sense that they're stars. They are billboards on the sides of these buildings. They're really popular, they're big, and they are recognized, they're famous. So, like, you know, it really gives you that kind of sense and vibe, which I really appreciate and think is really cool. Imagine a band series and its whole plot is fighting off a Twitter allegation. She's front and center at 1:33. She looks like she hasn't slept in a hot minute. She does not. I mean, she looks somewhat evil, but she doesn't look like Satan incarnate, you know, to put it simply. I think that this, the more I learn about like Bang Dream series, the more I'm like, what am I missing? Like, what am I missing? To me, she just looks like the girl from You and I Are Polar Opposites with black hair, though. Like, she looks the exact same, no? The only girl band series I've actually seen is Bocchi the Rock, and it is very wholesome. So it's not like this. Yeah, I really, really loved the look, the vibe, the feel of this. Shots like this where they're like kind of performing in like a galaxy. It's reminded me a lot of that one segment towards the end of Blue Giant, which, you know, where the animation gets absolutely insane. Like, you know, something like this reminds me of that. I don't think it's presented in the same way, but, you know, like when I saw this, that's what I thought of. The definition of gaslight, keep girl boss. Yeah, I can imagine, but like it's just really, really funny. Like I said, like the more I hear and learn about this, the more it surprises me, because the look of this does not give that sort of vibe at all. It almost looks like a Hatsune Miku kind of series with like the character designs and everything. Speaking of Hatsune Miku, something funny from the other day. This is a complete tangent. My wife and I went to GameStop. We wanted to buy the Lego Batman game. We just got in the mood to play it. So we went to GameStop. We walked to buy it. They had like this standing fixture in glass of like anime characters. They had Goku, Gojo, Yuji, Naruto, Zoro, and they also had the bow guy from Bleach. I don't know his name though. And then standing right next to them, the biggest figure of all, Hatsune Miku. And I was like, that is so funny, and I wish I took a picture of it, because it was just like seeing all these like anime characters alongside Hatsune Miku, a titan amongst them all. Absolutely. The MC also headbangs into the camera there at the end of that space shot. Really, like head like literally hits the camera. Yeah, that's really fun. We can't go much further without talking about the song. Of course, this is a girl band series about the music. Once again, delivers in an incredible way. Really, really love the song, love the vibe, love the feel of it. Sounded incredible. Also, seeing them all wearing like bunny ears or cat ears is just so cool. Also, first bunny girl of the day. I really, really dig this opening a lot. The song, incredible. The 3D models, incredible. I'm sure that this is hitting all the right marks for all you girl band series lovers out there. I'm sure that this is filling the void until Bocchi the Rock season 2 hits fall 2027 or whenever it's coming out. These girls look like a blast, and I hope they can overcome Satan herself to reach a worldwide audience, and I hope that they hit it big and they bang onto the scene and their dreams come true. But yeah, we're going to move on now and see what we get in opening number 7. Here we go. Girl band series are always so surprising because I anticipate them being so wholesome, considering I've only seen Bocchi the Rock. And then I hear like, no, they're literally fighting Satan and the lives of everyone on planet Earth are actually in their hands and they have to play the perfect song or everyone will die. Like, it's End of Evangelion, but make it a girl band series. Like, every time, it's just surprises me. I shouldn't even be surprised at this point. Play something. It's Elusive Samurai! Oh, I love the look of this. Like, the background's feeling tapestry-esque. Oh shit! Look at him go. Got it right this time. Oh, they look like they have such a great, like, friend group around them. Looked like the horse was farting at the start there. Ominous. Flowers wilting and then showing the villains. Oh. This looks so good. How do they keep hitting with these openings? Not the Triforce. For those who run. Flowers will bloom for those who run. Interesting that we end with a shot of like the cherry blossoms falling into our MC's like hand and then able to catch them, considering we saw earlier cherry blossoms dying. So it's almost kind of telling you like a cyclical nature of how time works and overcoming these adversities to the point where we see the flowers blooming once again. Like, it's kind of telling you a positive story, like, you know, you overcome these trials and spring will appear once again. This is the Bochi / Dress Up Darling team at Cloverworks after all. Yes, this really, really is a great looking opening. Like, I can't express just how good like this looks. Like, I don't know, like these creases in characters' faces, the way lighting is used, the way like designs are done, everything here is just so pristine, and it is truly phenomenal. I really, really do love the way this looks. I'm seeing our MC here bouncing off the walls. It's really cool because, like, isn't that kind of like their thing where they're really fast? I remember during the first opening, I was like, yeah, she. And then I was quickly informed this is not a she, so that's why I made a point to be like he this time. This is the opening for Elusive Samurai Season 2. The song is Onigoto by Kento Nakajima. Oshinoko Season 2 opening. Go for it, Nakamura-kun opening. Really? That's so cool. I'm glad that they're getting more of a spotlight within anime. They really do bring a fun sound. Nakamura-kun opening especially really fit the vibes of that series incredibly well. And this one as well hits all the marks. Like, it has like an almost traditional kind of sound with the instrumentation in the background, but also like has this real fun modern sound to it as well. Because it's like almost telling you that this is like a story set kind of in a traditional time period era, but at the same time, the way this opening looks and sounds, it's almost telling you that for like a modern audience, like it is quite modern in its presentation. You finish reading the series, highly recommend. Yeah, I remember seeing it ended earlier this year. I actually did forget that, the manga that is. So yeah, now that it's finished, if I'm ever looking for a series I need to read, maybe I would check this one out, because I did just recently start reading Undead Unluck. I'm like almost 40 chapters deep. One of the manga volume covers, I think it was like volume 4, maybe 5. It looks like they're standing, sorry, I'm talking about Undead Unluck, which is like not important right now, but like they're standing and in the background there's like fart and shit stains. Like it's weird. Like it's brown and green just stains all over a white background. Anyway, Elusive Samurai, an incredible looking series. It does look like it has a really fun cast of characters. I really, really love the way that this character, who, from what I can remember, they were like a prince who was being hunted down and now was alone, and then was kind of like adopted essentially by this guy. But like hearing like that was their past, and now seeing all these characters surrounding them, it makes me really happy that he's found like a place in this world. He's found people that he can be himself around, like he doesn't necessarily have to be princely, he doesn't necessarily have to be alone anymore. He's not alone. He can, I'm sure, find alone time if he needs it. Like, some people do need that, but I'm sure he's someone that enjoys being surrounded by these people, and I'm sure that that's a big part of the series. It looks to be anyway, and I think that it's really, really nice that it focuses on that within this. It really does make me happy seeing shots like these, because this character does look like they have gone through a lot. I can't remember names or anything, but there was also a shot like at one point, I won't be able to find it, but we saw like this like phoenix wing. I don't know if it is a phoenix, but like we also saw that within like the opening or ending, I can't remember, like this big wing whenever they were like jumping through the sky. So seeing that again, it seems to be like that is like a recurring motif. It wasn't just something used within an opening. It must just be something that represents this character. If it is a phoenix, it kind of would symbolize a rebirth, and like this character, our main character, has been rebirthed into this world. Like the world that they knew from their childhood is gone. Like they are not that same person. They have a completely different life now, and that kind of symbolism is really, really cool. It's not exactly subtle, but it gets a point across without having to override it. Like you can just visually see it and understand what it's going for. So that's really cool. Opening one, yes. The ending for Elusive Samurai, that was the one where they were going on like a road trip or something and like kicking a ball about or something. Like it was really, really cool because it was very modern opposed to like the traditional opening. So I remember that ending so vividly because it was such a like a surprising one, and it was really, really fun. Elusive Samurai does not miss. Here's the shot where I thought the horse was farting. The shots of seeing all these like villainous figures as well, very, very ominous. Seeing like this kind of brush style, art style, really just makes them stand out. The fact that they're presented in a different light and a different style from what we saw right before it. I think that the art style for Elusive Samurai just looks so unique. And that is it PINECINO? Oh no. I was gonna say, like, the way we see the eyes, like right here, like reminds me a lot of like The Substance, but I don't think it's comparable in any other way than like the eyes. Is there also something similar in that, like for like Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War? I don't know, I can't remember. I just remember there being like a shape with a bunch of eyes or something. I think this is kind of sad though, because this is probably showing before their family was like hunted down. I wonder if it's that guy that like PINECINO said was really, really evil, who's responsible for hunting down his family. Because if that is the case, I'm sure that he will probably go out of his way. Well, I don't know, maybe a point of like this character right here is that he doesn't want like necessarily revenge or to like fight, but if it happens, will get their revenge. I don't know really the motivation for the characters and everything, if they do want to go out there and fight. Very, very interested in seeing the ending as well for this if we get to it, because I would hope that it's similar to the first ending where it's very different, because it was a really, really fun one. And yeah, Elusive Samurai, what a fun looking series. I think that when it comes to Cloverworks series, it stands out as a very, very different one, because Cloverworks, from what I've seen, Cloverworks related anyway, with Bocchi the Rock, My Dress Up Darling, and what was the other one? Was it Egg Priority? Wonder Egg Priority? That was Cloverworks, right? It looks like Cloverworks does a lot of modern setting series, so you know, I think it's really cool that they also get to flex showing like an older traditional kind of style and look of a series. Don't remind you, oh yeah, Spy Family 2, yes, of course. So yeah, this does look like a very, very unique Cloverworks series, and yeah, I love it. So yeah, let's see what we get in opening number 8. Here we go. Damn, do you hear them cutting the grass? I love that they decide to start doing it this late in the day. Hell yeah. Alright, so before I check out opening number 8, I just want to give a heads up that you might hear grass being cut in the background. I apologize for that. These neighbors of mine, they just be cutting their grass every week for no reason. Like, it doesn't even grow that fast. But yeah, let's see what we get in opening number 8. Here we go. Okay, we're switching up the vibe a lot. Mermaid? Summer like the summer wind. I will say goodbye. What is this? I love the character designs. Wow, this looks like a 90s series with the character designs. Holy. This is so cool. Yuri? Maybe not. I don't know. How far will you go? This is so adorable. Aww. Like a beacon of hope. Don't tell me this is like Little Mermaid, but like the original series or like story. Goodbye, Lara. Oh, goodbye? That's not optimistic. That doesn't sound good. This is like the Summer Hikaru died type anime title. That's not good. That's really, really sad. Aw. I did really love this. Like, something about like the character designs, like there was a very specific right here. This looks like a character straight out of G-Quux. Like this legitimately is reminding me of like a Gundam G Cook's character design, and I think it's sick. For the record, that's not like that's not like derogatory. That's like complimentary right there. He waited until family members were on screen to shout Yuri. Oh no, no, don't even it. Come on, don't do me like that. Oh no. Okay. Well, there's no coming back from that one. I can't edit that one out. This is Goodbye Lara, produced by Kinema Citrus, made in Abyss. Okay. Interesting. I guess I had never heard of them doing anything else besides Made in Abyss. Directed by Takushi Koide, and by a whole lot of other talented people that you just can't connect to other works I've seen. That's sad. You can see the talent within this opening alone. You recognize a few from Kinema Citrus's last big original series, Review Starlight, which we'll get to, or Review Starlight, which we will get to. That's exciting. Well, this is original in a sense that Hans Christian Andersen probably deserves a credit too. Yeah, the song is Sayonara, Lara by Ikimonogakari, one of the top 3 Naruto Shippuden openings. That's exciting because I do plan on getting to I was about to say Naruto openings, Naruto Shippuden openings. Kinema Citrus cooked with this art style. They really did. Like, it looks like they're emulating, like, granted, like, I don't really have too much of familiarity. It's just like pictures, but like it almost looks like they're emulating like a Sailor Moon kind of look, with also like a what's the series I know you love, PINECINO, Utena, Revolutionary Girl Utena. Like, it looks like it's kind of emulating that like 90s character design look, you know. I think is so cool, because like this opening list, we've had a lot of cat girls, and we have also had like now 2 or 3 series actually, like with The Ghost in the Shell, False Memory Memories, I can't remember if it was plural or not, and now also Goodbye Lara. Like 3 different series that feel nostalgic as you're watching them, which is really bizarre considering like they've just come out. It's like reminding you of like a yesteryear, and for each of the series, I'm very sorry for the record about the grass being cut again. And like I was saying, for like Ghost in the Shell, it's fitting because it's an older series that people know of. For False Memory, it's fitting because it's to do with memories in the past. And with this one, it's fitting because it's to do with also like potentially saying goodbye to someone, and like, you know, the idea of like nostalgic times, memories and everything. I think is very fitting, and it's very beautifully done. It's very touching, but it's also very sad, and the singer's voice really resonates really hard. It's really great. Mermaid Princess Lara was cherished by her family and the kingdom over. Then she did the unspeakable and fell in love with a human prince. Of course she did. A potion from a witch offered the chance to walk on the same land with her beloved, but with the cost that if Lara cannot find true love, she will vanish into foam. Circumstances cast Lara into a 200-year slumber until she awakens in where else but Japan. Could she find her true love all these years later? Bits in the opening were animated on cel the old-fashioned way. You can't tell which shots were done that way by the amount of grain they have. That's so cool, because like you were saying, like you said here, like the old-fashioned way, and like I was trying to say before, it evokes like a feeling of like nostalgia, and it feels like it's old and it's recognizable. Like right here, yeah, no, that's cool. It looks very grainy, but like, you know, while watching it, it's just evoking once again a feeling of nostalgia, a feeling of yesteryear, and a feeling of times past. I think it's really cool that, I'm gonna say she, and I hope you don't go like he's done it again. She's a boxer. I used to do boxing a long time ago, so I really like boxing. I'm right for once. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, grain is a bonus. Yeah, no, I agree. I really love grain. Like, not to like compare it to like other series, but you know, the grain here is reminding me of something like I already mentioned it, The Summer Hikaru Died, or Frieren, which have like this really cool grain that do a lot for the series. Like it just it's really, I don't know why I really like Rain a lot, but like I do love series like that. The opening being that this girl Lara fell in love with a human prince, but circumstances made her fall into a slumber for 200 years. I don't know what this potion, like the conditions are for it. I don't know like necessarily how the true story, like the Hans Christian Andersen story works, but like at least within the Disney movie, she has a time limit for when she can fall in love, and the fact that it doesn't happen and she turns into foam is just like really tragic. Yeah, it's really, really dark. So the fact that she falls into a slumber for 200 years and still has the opportunity to fall in love as a human in modern day Japan, it's confusing then what these circumstances are. A lot happened in that first episode, so you just had to fit it down into circumstances for the blurb. Yeah, no, gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. But I just like, I don't know, for me, I just can't wrap my head around how like she still has a time limit, but she basically like avatared for 200 years and just disappeared. I don't know. I just really, really did like this one a lot. This one, it was a really, really different feel from what we've been checking out the rest of the day. There's a really nice boxing animation cut as well in the early episodes. I love that. I did recently watch Ashita no Joe Part 1. Yeah, it was phenomenal. So, any boxing in anime is a bonus for me. I can't believe you made me scream out Yuri during a segment where it's showing family, because I feel like you baited me with that one. Like, you knew that I was going to do it. That's why you included this opening. The imagery as well, with like flowers and like blooming, it's really sweet, because it gives you the sense that Lara, while she might have been gone for 200 years, and sadly, I don't know how mermaids work, but like I can only presume that they work in the same way as humans, and that her whole family is probably dead now. She's now alone in this world, doesn't know anyone, doesn't know anything. So, the idea of all these flowers blooming and everything and blossoming and just like flourishing into life kind of gives you the feel that she is blooming into herself. She's adjusting, and she's becoming a new person, like a person that's adjusting into the world. It's probably very difficult for her, considering all the circumstances, but I do think that from the opening, seeing her smile, seeing her laugh, seeing her surrounded by people that seem to love her, and I hope that this isn't just all the flashbacks. I hope it's also characters that she meets in the modern day. I hope that it's all characters like that as well that we see within the opening that she's smiling beside, because she does look like a really sweet, adorable character, and I want her to be happy. Even if it's looking dark and grim for a while, I hope that we get some positivity. Like I don't know, like it feels like we should be getting a happy ending in this, even if the series is called Goodbye Lara. And it's reminding me of like I said, like the summer Hikaru died. Goodbye Eri might be up there top 3 for me, maybe at least definitely top 5 favorite manga of all time. I can't help but feel that this isn't going to end well, especially considering the way the original Little Mermaid story ends. One can hope, right? Maybe the power of Yuri will save her. I hope that she finds her true love here, and I think it's also adorable seeing these little chibi versions of like this mermaid, because it's reminding me a lot of the little chibi, what's her name in Urusei Yatsura? I can't remember her name, but you know what I'm talking about anyway. Reminds me of that. So like once again remind me of like an older era of anime. And there's also cuts where it's showing mundane activities, and the way she's just inhabiting this world, even despite the fact that she is fitting in, she still stands out. She is so special in this world. She looks great. Like, yeah, I love it. I think it's really, really cool. I love this opening so much. I love the look of the series. You'll have to let me know if this is a high ranking series by the time this ends, because this, not to necessarily compare it to, but the fact that it feels more like character driven kind of story drama and not so much like action intense or anything. It's reminding me a bit more of like a 100 Tales of Awajima, 100 Scenes of Awajima-esque, where it kind of like lets the story drive the story. That makes no sense. Yeah, I hope what I'm trying to say makes sense. Like it slowed things down a bit, and I really appreciate that. That makes this one stand out a lot, especially within a stacked list like this. So yeah, let's see what we get in opening number 9. Here we go. Oh, immediately grabs your attention. And these single strums. Okay. This is intense. This is so fluid. Holy shit. Look at that art. Is this Elusive Samurai again? I don't know, I can't tell. I think it is, right? No, it's not. Okay, I was crazy. I just saw the long red, like, ribbons in the back. Holy shit. What is this art? This is bonkers. Oh my. Jeez. Holy shit. This might be one of the greatest looking openings I've seen, period. Holy shit, this looks incredible. And the song as well is so good. Man, this cut right here, like, let me find it. Blew me away. The world is dancing. This is insane. Like what? How do you do stuff like that? Like, that is insane. I don't know, like, man, yeah. Just yeah, like, yeah. This is The World is Dancing, produced by Saipik, Uma Musume, the summer Hikaru died, and next year Kagurabachi. Holy shit. Directed by Toshimasa Kuroyanagi, character designs by Keigo Sasaki, Cinderella Grey, and Kagurabachi. Jesus. Okay, and based on the manga by Kazuto Mihara. The song is Shuushou, Epilogue by Macaroni, Empitsu, who did Blue Box Opening 2 and Summertime Rendering Opening. Man, I don't know, like, this has genuinely left me speechless. Like, I cannot put into words how amazing this opening was. Like, you know, I'm not afraid to say this might be for me opening of the day. Like, and that's coming in against this stacked list of, like, there hasn't been a single one that, like, has been forgettable yet, or at all. Not even yet, just at all. Like, just, I don't know, this just really is gonna stick with me. Oniyasha is technically the heir to his father's troupe of traveling musical theater performers, but he unfortunately drifts through the days with a question buried in his soul: why do people dance? Despite his father's strict instruction and the encouragement of the troupe, he remains without an answer until he witnesses a truly terrifying, ghastly, but undeniably good dance. Needless to say, this gives Oniyasha the motivation to find his own answer and share it to the world. This is really cool because this feels like, I'm going to use a word that sounds probably strange considering, like, the actual synopsis, but it feels like this is a pretty profound series in the sense that it's, you know, disguising a discovery of self and, like, reason for living, like, self-importance, just all these things wrapped into, like, why do people dance? Like, it's such a silly question, but considering this character's life and the life they've lived and the fact that it really does encapsulate everything about what they've lived through, experienced all of this, like, it probably is pretty profound in its storytelling. And I'm sure that this is another one that is pretty drama oriented because it sounds like it's taking itself more seriously. Oh, pretty sure this is a historical drama, so don't Google the MC. Shit, it's like Vinland Saga. This looks like the kind of series that stands out in a stacked season. It's Saipik. They're doing their thing. Like, the summer Hikaru died, when they cooked with that, like, they cooked the whole series, it looked amazing. But when they, like, had segments where they just went off, it really just, I don't know, like, it really did just, like, pop off. And I know as well, that's another thing with Uma Musume, like Cinderella Grey and everything, like, it just popped off when it popped off. And like yeah, I'm so excited to see what they do with Kagurabachi, and it's making me just like want to just check out all of their series because they're a studio that I had never really heard of before the summer Hikaru died, and now they're just like pulling at me to like just check out all their works. Ironically enough, this is related to Elusive Samurai technically because they are set in roughly the same time period. A major character in this is the grandson of a major character in Elusive Samurai. In real life, of course, not in the actual works. Yeah, that's really, really cool. The series goes crazy for its performances, I bet. This is a really, really dumb pull, but like, traveling troupe, like, and I was talking about being profound, not in content and not in like the presentation, but it's making me think of Seventh Seal, where this character joins like this traveling troupe that's traveling, and there's this like insane like story happening in the background to do with like death and everything. I just think it's really cool that you can have these series that are about one aspect and just blow them up. I don't know, like this does look like the sort of series I think I would love and enjoy. Like I don't know, it just really does feel so me coded. Not a lot of chess in this one though. Yeah, but you know what I mean. This series goes crazy for its technically right, this is Elusive Samurai season 4. Let me just like, I don't know, man, like seeing this, like it's reminding me like this scratchy, like I don't know if it's like pastel or like oil painting or what it is, like crayons, but like the way that they made this so fluid, I genuinely thought, I guess watercolor, yeah, it's probably what it is. I genuinely thought it was maybe like at one point, like right here. Like I thought I was going to ask when it ended, like if they use rotoscoping in this because it's so fluid. And the way that they're doing this kind of art style, I'm blown away that they've managed to make this so fluid, especially during a section like this. Might be rotoscoped. Really? Not in a bad way, because 100 meters, for example, did rotoscoping incredibly well. The switch up in style, showing like all these like pencil drawings and everything, and the way the characters are presented and drawn, and the world just feels really dark at the beginning. Once we start to see this butterfly and the birds and everything, things come a bit more into color, but still things are dark, things are quite miserable. And seeing a shot like this is why I genuinely thought this was Elusive Samurai again, because it looked similar to the MC in Elusive Samurai. The MCs do have some similarities, you will say, too. The way they also like animated this, like biting into a tomato, like I don't know, like these guys are just like really just cooking at an insane level. Like they are right at the top of the game. Like eating a single tomato here just once again reminding me of my boy Toru Rikishi. Damn. The teeth, the way like the skin is stretching as he bites into this. Like so many details that would just be overlooked by others. I don't know, it really is phenomenal looking, and this might be the best looking animated opening I have ever seen, like if not the best, one of the best. And this whole section and segment right here is truly incredible, and I am going to be thinking about this one for a very, very long time. The song as well, Macaroni, Empitsu, did a truly phenomenal job here. They provided like this really groovy song. I really like the opening part where it was just like this single strum guitar, and like it felt quite ominous and dreary, and like it kind of made me feel a bit unsettled because we weren't getting like a resolution to anything. It just felt like we were trapped, if that makes sense. But like it eventually explodes, and all this color comes into view, but like at the same time it doesn't go full like brightness, and like it still feels like the song, it doesn't fully bring you to like a super energetic level. It just kind of stays at a mid-range, but it's phenomenal, it's incredible. And might be battling with the top dogs for me for my personal favorite opening of the year. Yeah, we still got another season to go through, and I think it would be fun to like go through every opening I've seen this year and kind of try to like figure out what my like maybe top 10 for the year is, something like that. But yeah, this was truly incredible. What a series. And if this series is as profound as I think it is, I would hope that this is ranking highly once again for anime viewers for this season, because it's somewhat reminding me of like I don't think this is a good comparison because tackles a completely different thing, and it's very different. But you know, it's making me think of something like Orb, you know, in the sense that it's a historical drama, just something like that. You know, really hope SEKAI goes all out with Kagurabachi. They deserve the recognition. I 100% agree, because Kagurabachi I've been following since day one, and it's maybe my most anticipated series right now. So if they will nail it. It's yeah, like they're gonna nail it. I have no doubt about it at all. And I agree, more people need to put respect on their name on side picks. So Kagurabachi's gonna be a huge hit. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a huge hit. It's going to be the next big thing. Like I'm not doubting that whatsoever. So yeah, I hope that more people start putting respect on their name. But yeah, as PINECINO was saying here, we're going to move on and see what we get in number 10 for this list. Here we go. I can't smile here. Oh shit, okay. This looks really cool. Jaadugar, a witch in Mongolia. This looks incredible. I was too weak. Your shadow as I live. Tipping the scales. It's so good. Pick yourself back up and try again, even when you fall. It's actually a horse girl, it's an Uma. The magic coming out of her hands. It's actually rain though. That was really good. The visual look of this is incredible. It looks so interesting and unique. There's something about it. It's like, I feel like it's reminding me of something, but I can't think of what. Like this kind of visual presentation with like the roundness of everything. The coloring and everything is phenomenal. Like I love the way everything looks here. Like it really just feels so inviting. I don't know. I know what it's reminding me of. It's reminding me of Ranking of Kings. Not exactly, but like that kind of similar feel with like the roundness of everything. This is Jaadugar, a witch in Mongolia, produced by Sayonara, again, 2 in 1 season. Holy shit. Directed by Naoko Yamada, K-On, A Silent Voice, and Hibike. Three big names right there that I have seen nothing. None of them. I have not seen K-On or the openings endings. I've not seen Silent Voice or Hibike. Abel, Gongora, Scott Pilgrim takes off, Dan Season 2. Dan Season 2 was really fun. Character designs by Kenichi Yoshida, Overman, King Gainer, Throwback, and Eureka 7, and based on the manga by Tomato Soup. The song is Stella by SEKAI no OWARI. The One Piece opening 26, the last Wano opening. I love that Wano opening. And you didn't like it, PINECINO, so you have to answer for your crimes right now because I'm putting you on blast. You did not like that opening and I loved it. This is based on a real novel. That's crazy. Fatima is a bright girl that had the unfortunate circumstance of being born in early 13th century Persia. Her homeland may have offered her bountiful knowledge for her inquisitive mind, but it tragically fell victim to the mightiest military force in centuries, the horde of Genghis Khan and his sons. Enslaved as a servant to the Mongol court, Fatima finds an unlikely ally in Torigin, the sixth wife of the heir to the throne, Ogedei. Together they plot their revenge within the belly of the beast. That's crazy because this didn't look grim. Well, maybe it didn't. Open your eyes. Okay, well, I guess characters do look sad, but yeah, and we do see okay, maybe not. I don't know. It just felt more like a positive kind of thing where it's like, you know, picking yourself up and, you know, like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of more of a that kind of series. I didn't realize it was like so dark. The staff does indeed sound very, very stacked for this. It's Genghis Khan. We're gonna go back a bit. So yeah, she does look like a very positive, upbeat, like good character. Like, I don't know, when she opens her eyes and there's like a world just within her eyes. When she opens her eyes, it looks like she notices something. Like it's almost like a panic for a moment, like with the eyes widening. And when the eyes widen, that's when we get this insight into all of this, right? And like this world, like this kind of like tapestry look, or like, I don't know, like it's kind of reminding me of like a design you would see on like carpet or something. Like it's an intricate design. So I just wonder if that's kind of an insight into like the intricacy of how her mind works. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to interpret it, but I'm sure there is a meaning there. And when she rolls over, puts the blanket over, it does feel almost like she's trying to escape. It's like an escape from the world that she lives in. When she starts to walk forward, and then that's when we see like the sky is kind of like lit up in the background, like there's a fire. So yeah, this is probably where it all goes wrong. Walking through all the seasons, working as a servant, despite how good her life could have been and, you know, everything she could have and should have done with her life. The sad part is that she has that taken away from her. She doesn't have really a say in how her life goes anymore. She's kind of forced to be this other person, forced to do these things. And, you know, that's being a servant. That's what it was like 13th century for her. Is this true history, or is this like taking history and creating an original story? Like, is this something that really happened, like this revenge plot and everything? It is based on real history, but maybe dramatized with some liberty. Gotcha. I'm thinking here, like, does it, like, are these characters historical fiction? Yeah, like, are these real figures that did these things? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just a really visually stunning looking opening. The song as well was incredible. This guy right here, is this Khan himself, or is one of his sons, or I don't know, because he's kind of presented in this like kind of ominous lighting. The way this looks, it really does look both optimistic but also very upsetting now that I know. Like I genuinely was reading into this optimistically, like, you know, they're racing towards a goal, they're picking themselves up, they're overcoming, but like now I'm learning that it's more about, you know, what it takes to pick yourself up when you have been pushed to the edge. I'm not really sure what transforming into a horse is about. That's a very, very interesting symbol right there. Maybe it's related to, like, you know, she's a servant, maybe she farms, or she's forced to be a horse farmer or something like that. This horse does break away. Well, they all end up breaking away, but it's symbolizing like the horse breaking away and then everything else breaking away. I don't know if it's kind of telling you that like it takes one to encourage the rest, and these animals are kind of like, it's kind of like metaphoric in that these animals are representative of like people within the series, and they're being treated like livestock. It is truly stunning. Like the coloring, the flat colors, the way this looks. I can't believe that Studio Saru did another anime this season, like, or Studio Saru, Science Saru, and you know, seeing all these drips of water, but it looks like magic kind of like coming out of their hands. I think it is very stunning. It's a great visual to kind of end this on, because it feels very positive. Like, it gives you like hope almost for the end. The song as well, truly phenomenal. Sekai no Owari. I really do love this opening a lot. It sounds like it's very, very energetic, right? So that's what's kind of catching me off guard, how energetic it is, because it feels like this should be more positive. I don't know. I did really like this one. This one was really cool. Oh, the horse is crying. I just noticed that. That's really sad. Well, to be clear, with these Naoko Yamada productions, she's mostly off with her own separate team from Saru, and then pulls in some staff from there when she can. That's really cool. I think it's fun to learn that there are multiple teams in Saru that can produce such high quality series. And you know, I think one of the coolest things about Science Saru as well is like each series I see from them has a very different look from what came before it. Like Dandadan has its look. Is Devilman Crybaby Science Saru? Jaadugar, we have the Ghost in the Shell. It is, okay, Devilman Crybaby, also very different looking. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's phenomenal that Science Saru does not box themselves into one unique style. Like, they are so visually creative with each and every series that they pump out, and I can't wait to see what they do next. Like, I'm sure that we're going to see more in the future. Besides Dandadan season 3, of course, we're going to see more, and that's very exciting to me. So yeah, let's see what we get in the final opening today, opening number 11. If you guys do enjoy this content, please leave a like and subscribe if you have not done so already, and leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite that we checked out today in this insanely stacked season of anime openings. Feel free to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when a future upload goes live on the channel, and share this with someone who you think might enjoy. But yeah, let's see what we get in this final one. Let's go. Hey, that's Bleach, alright. There we go. Damn, they look so cool. Holy shit. They look so good. There's a certain like shadowy look to this opening that is breathtaking. Man, look at this fluid action right now. All these arrows. Every character just looks sick here. That's a bad boy right there. And here he is. Here's the guy with all the eyes I talked about earlier. Bleach. Yeah, Bleach just has a certain sauce to it. Like, I don't know, like, has there been a single bad Bleach opening? And if this is the final Bleach opening, they did a damn incredible job. I don't even know. Like, there's just something about how this looks that is just incredible. I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but like parts of this with like the lighting and shadowing and the way the action was moving was reminding me almost of the Fate Strange Fake. Was it Strange Fake, right? That we checked out, like the opening for that when we saw like some action and like all the shadowing, lighting, all of that, like, which is complimentary again, by the way. Anytime I compare something, it's not negatively. Man, truly incredible ending opening here for what might be the last part of Bleach. This is Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, The Calamity, produced by Studio Pierrot, Urusei Yatsura, Naruto, Kingdom, Black Clover, Akudama Drive, and of course, Bleach. Directed and scripted by Tomohisa Taguchi, Akudama Drive, and the rest of Thousand Year Blood War. Character designs by Masashi Kudo, all of Bleach. Music by Shiro Sagisu, Evangelion, holy shit, and Bleach. That's insane. That's crazy. The music in Evangelion is so damn good and so iconic, so I can only imagine how great it is within Bleach as well. I knew that. You see, you can say I knew that, but I forgot that. I heard it before and I forgot it. And based on the Jump classic by I still don't know how to pronounce his first name. Is it Tite Kubo? The song is Eyeball by Juji, JJK Season 3 ending. Man, what a banger of an opening here. Tite Kubo, what a, yeah, like man's got the sauce. And the fact that he's bringing back Bleach, supposedly, what's that about, huh? People can say this is the final opening for Bleach, but you know, I've heard that there will be more Bleach written. Black Clover Season 2 is coming next October and it's getting the same animation treatment. So excited. I'm excited for that too because the openings... Did I also check out the endings for Black Clover? But the openings were phenomenal. So that's something I'm really looking forward to seeing picked back up. And Pierrot again, of course. I did see the endings. Okay, I thought so. I just wasn't 100% confident. And yeah, I still haven't seen the Bleach endings, which is crazy because I gotta get on that. ASAP. You think they tried to replicate the vibe of opening 1 of OG Bleach with this final opening and you think they killed it? I'm not trying to like argue with you here, but like I don't really personally see that because like opening 1 was so like bright and colorful, whereas this one is very like dark. And I don't know, the first opening for Bleach kind of felt more like fun, whereas this one feels like they're going into a final fight, like, and oh, musically, okay, sorry, yeah, the rap section, yeah, I could definitely see that. This opening is very, very dark, light-wise, like it is dark the entire time. The way that it's presenting all these characters is like, sorry, I'm gonna sound crazy here. Is this not the bad guy? Like, what's his name? The bad guy in Bleach that shows up later as well from like early Bleach? No? Is that not him? Was that not him? Looked very like him anyway. What's his name? Aizen. Was that not Aizen? Is this not Aizen? That looks like him. Is it a twin brother? Like, looks a lot like him, I think, anyway. This is a truly, like, incredible opening. And the fact that, like, this starts off with Ichigo mouthing... That's so cool. I hope that that's actually his voice. I hope that they used a real voice line because that would just make this so much more iconic. Like, maybe it is. Like, I don't know the first thing about Bleach Ichigo. He looks like he's kind of serious, but at the same time, like, he's surrounded by all these characters, and I don't know if he's a bit silly, quirky, anything like that, because he does seem to be like more serious than like for example like Naruto, to compare against like his big 3 contemporary. But at the same time, like, that seriousness maybe gives him more depth because we see him smirk here, and this is such a good shot. Like the lighting on the left coming in, this kind of like dark lighting on the right, like it's kind of symbolizing like a new dawn coming in, the darkness, but like the sun coming in. I don't know. Unfortunately, it wasn't his VA. Oh no. Say one thing Bleach lacks compared to the other big 3: lack of emotional attachment for you. One Piece does definitely hit hard, especially considering how long running it was, or it is. And Naruto, I don't think I personally, because I've only finished the base series, haven't finished Shippuden, so I haven't had like any big hard-hitting moments personally, I don't think yet. But I'm sure it's to come. I know that my wife does consistently talk about she's never cried more watching something than something that happened in Naruto, so that's something I have to look forward to. Bleach does look to be like action all the way through. That's another thing that I think it does really well in these openings. It really presents this grand scale of like action. Like, it really does make it feel like this is a huge thing. For Thousand Year Blood War arc, we have seen like 3 or 4 openings now of this same like what seems to be final fight. Like, this is a huge war. Like, this is very long running, like just one big war, one big fight. So that is really, really cool that we have it over the course of such a long period, because I think it would be showcasing the strengths of the series. The strengths being like it's action. Like I mean, this is coming from someone who doesn't really know Bleach, but I know that within the openings that we've seen in the past, the action is front and center, and it does look incredible. And for such a long running like final fight, I think that it gives the opportunity for everyone to kind of have a big moment and to shine. And I hope that it does kind of go that way, and everyone gets a showcase. The arrow guy here is really confusing me, but at the same time, maybe I'm kind of spoiling something for myself, and something that I remember observing in previous openings, because he looked to be someone that was friendly with Ichigo, and then in the Thousand Year Blood War openings, he looked like he was facing against Ichigo. So it kind of felt like this idea of like either a friendship gone sour, or this other guy, like the arrow guy, having been manipulated or forced to fight against his once friends, and maybe still friends. But now it looks like in this opening, he's fighting a completely new character that I hadn't seen before. So I would hope that means that he is once again flipped back to our side, if I'm right in my analysis, which, we'll see about that. But yeah, no, I think it's really, really cool that there's storytelling within these openings as well, and I'm able to pick up on things, hopefully. And just something about the lighting here is truly incredible. It's phenomenal. It looks breathtaking, and I really think that in terms of Bleach openings, it once again hits all the right marks. Naruto Shippuden and Bleach running the same back in the day. I feel like Naruto had way more stacked staff most of the time. Yeah, I heard that a lot during the Bleach opening video that I did a long time ago. Both Bleach and Black Clover didn't necessarily get the same like oomph that Naruto did, for example, which makes sense because like Naruto did have like a huge worldwide audience. Final part has had at least one big moment for every main character. I love that. I'm glad, because it's a huge cast, and following a huge cast for this long, you would like to think that you would get to see each character have a big moment. Hearing that Bleach has actually been consistent in like its presentation of the characters, that makes me happy. You need to see what happens when the final chapters are adapted. Do people not like the final chapters of Bleach? I mean, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but like, yeah, I don't know shit about Bleach. Like I keep saying, it was a big controversial back in the day, really. Well, how many episodes do we have left to wrap up those final chapters? Because if you get to the last episode and it has to adapt those final chapters, you might be looking at a truly faithful adaptation. Kuo says he might change it up for the anime finale. All I know about the ending of Bleach is that Ichigo gets a piss off haircut. That's all I know, because it is such a shit looking haircut. Thousand Year Blood War manga was pretty rushed, which is fixed in the adaptation. Well, that makes me happy, and I hope that we continue to see that throughout the rest. Holy shit! What? Aizen's twin brother is actually a villain as well. He's fighting our guy. What the hell? He's fighting this bucket hat guy. Has been our guy since day one. Why has this guy got like the wheel of like Maharaga behind him? Ah, shit. I didn't think he was bad. I thought he was maybe on our side. He's goofy and eccentric. If this guy right here on the left is, he's our guy. But if this guy is actually like serious, because he looks like he might be maybe more serious. I'm not sure though. Then guy on the right maybe is like the ultimate match for him, because it's like serious versus insane and goofy. The fight that caused the divorce. Oh shit. Oh wait, is this about the cinema? Like I remember hearing something about someone brought their family to go see Bleach, and like their children started crying or something because it was like really horny, and then the wife was really pissed. Is that the story? Yeah. That's crazy. That's this fight? No way. Why? This fight is horny? I would have thought it would be like the girl, like, I don't know, like if I can find her, but like there's a girl that is presented in a certain style a lot. That's crazy. That is an insane story. That fight caused the divorce. No way. Our guy over here. Wait, she's got powers now? Has she always had powers? Has she got like a healing wind? Like, I don't know what that is, but like it looks like she kind of, I don't know. A bit of a shield. I thought she was just like a bit of a like love interest. I thought she was just like fan service character, like because she's always presented like, you know, in a very, I don't know. I just remember some of the early works, like openings, maybe she was presented a bit like lewd or interesting. I don't know, but I would hope that that means that over the course of the series she has had a lot more depth, and she has had you know, a lot of growth in her role and her position and everything, and I think that that's really, really cool. Her powers are a bit complicated. She's doing more than Rukia. Is Rukia the black-haired girl? Healer, support, love interest, yeah. What kind of like animal kind of figure is she? Is she cat-like, rabbit-like? I can't really tell. A cat. There we go. Once again, we've pulled it together. There were like, what, like 5 or 6 openings in this that all had cat relation? There you go. Perfect. This is the perfect season of anime openings. There's the title for this video on YouTube. The perfect season of anime openings, and it's just going to be all the cat girls in the thumbnail. We're not going to have Ichigo. We're not going to have the main character in Jaadugar. We're not going to have the major. We're not going to have any of that. It's just going to be all the cat girls. What a phenomenal opening this was. I am so blown away that there he is. There's the bad guy. But why does he look like that? Like, let me see. He's wearing like a big ass parka. Because it looked like, from a shot like this, but yeah, right there, before you see the end of like the parka, it looked like, I don't know, like a character design that like has like little like balls on it. Like, I don't know, that sounds crazy. My god has failed me. I can't ever count on him anymore. Those lyrics are crazy. Alongside this guy right here, Aizen. Is he seen as a god? Is he a god? My god has failed me. What does it mean? Is he still doing evil things? Is he still being a bad guy? What's his deal? I don't really know. Like, again, I don't know shit about Bleach, so I really don't know his deal, but I know that people speak very, very highly of his character. It's a bit of spoilers. Yeah, no, I don't actually want to know, but I do think that it's very, very interesting that we get to see him right up until the final opening, considering the fact that, geez, like these visuals are bonkers, considering the fact that we get to see splitting through what might be blood, this character right here with all these eyes representing like maybe all seeing, and the fact that like this Yuhabaha, you what? Actually, the idea of gods is pretty fun in Bleach. Ooh. Yuhabaha? Sounds like we're just listing like the Teletubbies. Like, what? Breaking through this, and like the fact that his like overwhelming like presence fills the screen kind of gives you a sense of like how huge his presence is, and I'm sure he is an overwhelming force. The fact that he has been like the main villain, I presume, of this entire final arc, I think speaks volumes as to his character. I think also what I like about this is if you ignore the eyes on the left and right here and just look at the one at the top, it looks almost like he's like just kind of like, this is just another day vibes, if that makes sense. Like it's uncaring. What a phenomenal opening this was. I'm so glad we got to check out another Bleach opening, and this might be the final Bleach opening for a very long time until Kubo gets right back into Bleach, which is coming when Sakamoto Days ends, I've heard. He's completely OP, goated villain, yeah. He looks it, and yeah, now that we've checked out the final opening for Bleach until it returns, you know, it's making me a bit sad, you know. It's making me want to check out the endings, of which there are like 34 or something. Checking out those Gintama endings, while they were incredibly fun, I had to do that over the course of several recordings because, oh boy, that was a long list, and I think Bleach endings might be even longer than that. So yeah, Hell Arc, jeez, I cannot wait. This season, one of the big 3 ends. That's crazy. Yeah, one of the big 3 wraps up. until it also then returns. But yeah, second to end, second to wrap things up, right behind Naruto, right behind, only like 10 years later. So yeah, next we got One Piece. When's that ending? In the next 3 years? Winter 2017. Holy shit. I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm very excited to one day check out the Bleach endings. I'm very excited to see the summer 2026 endings as well. And this whole list was phenomenal, and I could not have asked for a better list of anime openings here than One Piece at like 2038. Hell yeah. We got to do a decade apart just so that you can feel the impact of each series wrapping up 10 like within a whole decade. We're going to wrap this one up. This was an incredible list. I'm feeling a bit lightheaded right now because I've been streaming for over 4 hours. So yeah, this is a really fun one. Thank you guys for coming out and checking this one out. We will be back next time with anime endings for summer 2026. Thank you for joining. Feel free to check out the stream. Link is in the description so you can be here live when I check out these openings again next time, or endings. And yeah, you guys have been great. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you want to check out more content, more links in the description, notifications on and all of that so that you can see when videos go live. Share this with someone who you think might enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, comment your favorite, all that good stuff. And yeah, thank PINECINO as well down below, because he did a lot to compile this list and to include all the synopsis and everything that you saw here. So yeah, that's going to do it for me for today. I hope that you guys have a great day and that you're able to take it easy. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.